What is going on, Reality Pop Nation? Excited to be here for the Reality Roundtable. The Poojie Podcast guys are back. If you're into sports, go check us out. The Poojie Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, wherever, iHeart, Google, whatever, Apple Podcasts. Go check us out. Go follow us on Instagram to check out our content as well. But it's the Reality Roundtable time on Reality Pop Network. Thank you to Adam for letting us crash the channel yet again for OTEV's Council. We're here to talk Big Brother Season 23. We are extremely happy to be here and extremely excited to talk about this season, and the cast just recently got revealed, so we're going to have some fun talking about that. Let's welcome the guys in, Jacob, Teachy, and Zach. Guys, thank you for being here. Where's the excitement level right now? I know I'm pumped. I am psyched right now.
Oh, man, I'm super hyped right now. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Big Brother cast reveal just dropped today. You guys know I've been studying for this bar exam, so this is something that's going to be nice to be looking forward to every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday night for me. Something I can finally take my mind off it, so super excited.
Hey, thank you to Nick Brown for mentioning in the chat. We have a special guest in the chat. He's not going to be with us on video, but Nick Brown is also with us as well, chatting along his thoughts as we record this. Nick, while Jacob answers this question, Nick, I want you to type in your excitement levels. How are you feeling, Nick? But Jacob, go for it.
Dude, yeah, I'm very excited. I've told you guys, like, off camera that it's funny how a cast reveal can excite you so much when you don't know who it is. Like, if it's a returning cast, of course. But it's like, we don't know who any of these people are yet. That just means it's right around the corner. We have the holiday coming up. We're going to enjoy that. And then next Wednesday, it all goes down.
Oh, yeah. We'll be seeing some fireworks on the 4th of July and on July 7th on opening night when it premieres Season 23. Some more fireworks are to be had when Big Brother premieres. Teachy, how are we feeling right now? You're rocking the Survivor shirt, but Big Brother's here. We got some great reality TV coming up.
Absolutely, yeah. Can't wait to have to see some brand new reality TV. And just like you said, the cast just got revealed. I'm glad to put, some faces to see, what you can kind of just give on first impressions. And, we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but I'm excited to see after seeing all these people. I'm excited for this season.
Yeah, I mean, all right, let's be real. Like, the cast reveal happens. It's almost like when the NFL draft happens and you see these new players that are going to be on your team, you start getting excited, except for the fact that we have no idea who these people are. We have no idea what to expect from them. There's going to be some dark horses. There's going to be some people that we immediately think might be contenders. But it's exciting nonetheless because, like Jacob said, it's the start of what we want, which is the beginning of Big Brother and getting Julie Chen Moonves back on the tube. I'm excited for that as well. Gentlemen, I know we've talked about Survivor and Big Brother in the past, but let's have a little fun with this today, and let's maybe tie fantasy sports into reality TV. If you guys up for that, are you guys down for that?
Absolutely.
And there's only one way to do this. So obviously anyone out there that plays fantasy sports, you draft your team, you gain points throughout the season. Well, we're going to do the same exact thing here with the 5 of us. We're each going to pick 3 players, 3 contestants from the cast reveal. We'll take them with us throughout the season. That's going to be our team. Nick just comments that he's excited to see the twists, and he's always a fan of how things get mixed up and plays out. So everything gets flipped around. So thanks, Nick. So we have fantasy reality TV here, fantasy Big Brother. We're super excited to do this. It's a very simple format. Like I said, everyone's going to draft 3 people, but we got to get this started with the draft order. Nick, because we can't even get you on here, we're just going to have you go 5th because that seems fair unless you can plead your case otherwise. But the 4 of us here, let's all do a quick challenge. I'm going to count to 3. You're going to hold up a number 1 through 4. If you're the only one with that number, that's where you pick. All right, Nick wants to go first. Guys, should we let Nick go first?
Nick goes first.
All right, Nick goes first.
He can start researching who he wants to pick first.
Let's see what he analyzed and what he's really just dying to pick.
All right, Nick goes first. I'm going to write that down. So we got Nick first. So, guys, for us, we're going to do 2 through 5. And if your number stands alone on the pick, that's where you're drafting. So 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, no. Oh, wait, Teachy, is that a 3?
3.
All right, so we got Zach second.
I almost did 5, too, which would have been wild. I should have just done it.
All right, so we have Zach and then Teachy. Let's do this. All right, and then Jacob, between me and you, we got 4 and 5. Ready? Set, go. Oh no! All right, let's do it again.
How about it's a vote? How about we let the other guys vote who gets
All right,
4 and
where should
5?
we go, guys?
Let's give Jacob 4 and Justin 5.
All right, Jacob 4.
We would have just been going back and forth.
Yeah.
Poojie goes 5. Okay, so we got Nick Brown picking first, and Nick, if you want to go ahead and type your pick into the chat, go for it. He says maybe. Okay, Nick, are you?
Give us a really exciting.
Well, in the meantime, we can do the scores.
Vocalize it. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
so
vocalize it for you.
Wait, say that again, Jacob.
I said maybe I'll vocalize it for him. If he says, I'm like looking up their little bios, so I'll give some fun facts about his first pick.
Okay, cool. So real quick on the scoring, like I said, it's very simple. First and foremost, wherever your player gets evicted, you get the reverse number of points. Whoever has the most points at the end of the competition wins the Fantasy Big Brother season. If your person is voted out 16th, you get 1 point. If your person wins, you get 16 points. Now some other scoring that we have. If your player wins HOH, you get 3 points. If they win the veto competition, they get 2 points. And if your player survives the block, you get 1 point. And on top of that, if your player makes it to jury, you get 3 points automatically to your team total. So, Nick, the first pick is in, and it looks like 2 others kind of wanted this guy, and we have Xavier as Nick's first pick. Jacob, do you have any fun facts on Xavier?
You know what, I do, because he was also going to be someone I wanted to pick, and I'll tell you why. One of the first things on his bio that I noticed is his favorite duo of all time was Chilltown. I saw so many people say they love Derek and Cody and Tyler and all these people, great players. But when you go back to Chilltown, I'm like, okay, this guy's been watching for a while. He probably knows his stuff. He seems like a big guy. He seems smart, seems strong. Usually those guys kind of make it far just based on challenges.
Not only that, speaking of Zach taking the bar, Xavier's also an attorney, so he has some smarts to him as well.
Yeah, man, that's what I was. That was gonna be my first pick, and the reason for it was because I saw he was an attorney. Obviously, the dude looks like he's gonna be able to win a lot of physical competitions, but I was definitely hoping that I could get him. And I was gonna base it off the attorney bond that we have there. But Nick beat me to it.
I like it. No, that's a great pick with Xavier. And we'll move to the second pick with Zach going with pick number 2. Zach, who's your pick, man?
All right. Well, my pick here is going to be Christy Valdiserri.
Christy, tell me a little bit about Christy.
27 years old, a professional dancer, and I believe she just opened up her own dance studio. And she used to play high school basketball, so I think this girl is going to be very athletic. I think she also is going to be I feel like a lot of dancers are very passionate, and they have this high energy to them. They're not shy either. They got to be put themselves out there in front of a whole group of people. So I definitely think she's going to be able to get on people's good sides, have a good bubbly. And her picture, she just looks very bubbly and friendly. So yeah, I could see her going far.
I like it. Great pick there with Christy. As you mentioned, she's a dancer. She's also vegan and pescatarian, so we'll see how that plays into the house dynamic. Maybe there's going to be some food issues in the house if someone cooks her the wrong meal. She could be one of those that has to tell everybody every day that she's been vegan for 4 years and pescatarian for 10 years. We all know how those people are. So let's go to Teachy with the third pick of the draft, the Fantasy Big Brother draft. Teachy, who you taking, man?
Thank you. With the third overall, I'm going to take Travis Long. Looks really interesting. Looks like a laid-back dude. He says he's a little prankster. He's from Hawaii, so you can tell he's going to have that kind of also that laid-back. But I kind of see a little like Paul in him. He's going to be friends with everybody, and I don't know. I like the way he might play. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. He's I think a tech startup guy. He works in the tech industry, so he's obviously got some smarts regarding that. But we also sometimes know that those tech people can maybe have a little block socially, so we'll see if he can maybe get over that and be a player in the game. to win it. So let's get to Jacob with the 4th pick in the fantasy Big Brother draft.
So my pick with the 4th overall pick is going to be Derek Frazier. When I saw this man's picture, I was like, all right, he's not this cut, ripped dude, just naturally looks like a big-time threat. But guess who his dad is? Smoking Joe Frazier. His dad knows how to win. This guy had winning in his blood. I think he's going to be a very smart, under-the-radar player. And I say under the radar, not as in like a floater, but more like a Derek. He just seems like a very likable guy. And it's not going to give off that immediate threat. I think this is my underdog to win this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like the pick. I think a lot of times those dad bod type guys on this show kind of fly under the radar because they're not maybe as athletically intimidating, and that could help him maybe create some relationships. Also, he is a safety officer. I think he kind of helps him with maybe reading people. Maybe he gets a good sense of how people interact and who's lying, who's telling the truth. And went to military school for high school, so he might have some good discipline. He knows how to compose himself in certain situations. Go for it, Zach.
Yeah, I also see. I mean, you were mentioning earlier the vegan pescatarian thing, and they always talk about it. He does CrossFit, so maybe he's going to talk about that too while he's in there.
You already know, dude. You already know CrossFit's going to be brought up. Do you actually do CrossFit if you don't talk about CrossFit? That's always the question, right? So we'll see how it plays out for Derek Frazier. Like Jacob said, he's got winning in his blood. I'm gonna go with my pick. My first pick the last pick of the first round, 5th overall, is going to be Christian. Let me see his last name here. Christian. Anyone got a last name?
Birkenberger.
Birkenberger. So first of all, I like it for
Birkenberger.
the last name, Birkenberger. I think that's a great last name. Also, he's athletic. It says that he enjoys disc golf and mini golf as well. I think that's a pretty big maybe some of those competitions we've seen in the past of those athletic kind of quirky sport competitions. And I think he's going to be a good social player as well. Anyone that
Says he can ride a unicycle too.
Yeah, exactly. He can ride a unicycle. It doesn't get
General
better than
contractor
that.
as well. I'm saying.
So general contractor, and he's only
Look
had
at us
one girlfriend. Look at
analyzing
that.
these people based on the stupidest stuff. This is amazing.
We're just making up
This
why
is the
they
best
might be
fantasy
good.
I think I'm ever gonna play.
All right, he can do multiple flips. He's athletic. Come on,
We're
that's
on the same
insane.
link.
And he's had one girlfriend, so if he gets in an alliance, you know he's going to be loyal to that alliance. At least
Dude,
that's what
that
I
can
can.
come
Which
back
can
to
sometimes
bite you.
burn you. That can burn you. But I'm going with Christian Birkenberger, and then with my second pick of the draft, let's see, who do I want to take? This is going to be a tough one. I know there's always a female out there that makes it pretty deep in the game. Do I want to make that pick right now? Let's see here. I'm going to go with no, not him. All right, let me look at my notes. I'm going to go with Frenchie. I'm going with Frenchie, Brandon Frenchie. I'm going with him because I think he's country strong. He's a farmer. I think he's not afraid to work hard. He's not afraid of, difficult situations, uncomfortable situations, and also another guy who has been in the military in the past. I think that creates some good discipline for him. So I'm going to go with Frenchie with my second pick of the draft.
Fun fact for him, at 13, he won the NFL National Punt, Pass, and Kick competition. I mean, that's pretty impressive, to be honest.
That's big. That's big time. I mean,
Andy Reid once won that too.
He is just like Andy Reid. Many people mention them in the same sentence often. They say Andy Reid and Frenchie on Big Brother. That's who we got. So let's go back to Jacob with the second pick of the second round.
All right, with this, I'm not gonna lie, Justin. That was gonna be my next pick. I really think that Frenchie guy can get pretty far. But my pick, since you took him, I'm gonna. What are you laughing at?
The Frenchie guy.
Is that his name? He's Frenchie.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway,
just saying. That sounds weird.
My pick, I'm gonna go with good-looking, youthful, strong dude, Kyland. What's his last name? Kyland Young. And I'll tell
Young
you
it
why.
is.
Here's what I'm reading. He's done 2 firewalks across Coles and embers heated to more than 1,000 degrees. This guy knows how to navigate through the fire.
Jeez.
Second, he's read all the Twilight books. That means he's got a compassionate side. He's gonna know how to deal with the house guests on an emotional level. And then finally, he says he's pretty sure he's a Jedi. So he's going to be using his Jedi mind tricks on people to get what he wants. I think this guy's going to make it far.
I mean, first thing I notice about this guy is he has a lot to say. And if you look at his bio and his fun facts and all of his answers, it's like a paragraph or two long. Which is that him going to be able to? Is he going to be able to talk his way out of problems, or is he going to talk himself into problems?
I'm not going to lie to you. That scared me off. My first note I wrote about him is Kylan talks too much. But when you guys make your picks, I'm like, I got to get some, younger, like strong dude that can win competitions on my team. I have to.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what happens in this game, and we'll see if he can maybe lead up one of those alliances early in the game. Let's get to Teachy, whose first pick was Travis Long, the athletic human specimen out of Honolulu, Hawaii, or Hawaii. I always say Honolulu. Whatever. Out of Hawaii, Travis Long. Let's see who Teachy has to take second overall with his pick.
Yep. Next, I'm gonna take Brent Champagne. I like this pick, but one of his fun facts that made me laugh a little bit was he's a former D1 AA collegiate athlete who injury ended it before we really began. So, how many times we heard that guy goes in college and gets hurt, right?
That's me. That might actually be me. I was well on my way to a star athlete until all my injuries.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, how many times in the house is he going to tell people, yeah, I was going to be a top draft pick, but yeah, I got injured.
Over under 3.5 first week.
He's not even going to be able to hold it in. Hey, I have a question for you guys. We're talking a lot about these occupations. Do you think anyone's going to lie about their job or their occupation like we've seen in the past with Survivor or anything? Do you think people are going to try and play it off? Is there any occupation they should be worried about?
I'd say the one I'm saying is maybe the attorney.
Yeah.
I feel like you people view it as high paying. They're not trustworthy, so I could definitely see him going in there and saying something else, like saying you're a physical trainer or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Let's get to Zach's second pick. He picked Christy, the professional dancer, first. Zach, who you taking with your second pick?
Bro, I am rocking with the girl power, and I actually had an inside source tell me that this was I posted on Instagram that the cast was revealed, and this girl was like, "Oh, I actually know this one person," and I was like, "Oh no way, we're doing this draft." So I'm going with Alyssa Lopez from Sarasota, Florida, repping Florida. She is a swimwear designer, but I think she's also starting her own business too. If I'm not mistaken. I might be mixing her up with the first one, but honestly, one thing about her is that I really liked when I was reading her answers, things like she was reminded me of myself. So like you talking about Jeff and Jordan, that was one of my favorite duos. Her strategy is one that I've always said, win the first HOH. So I'm hoping she goes out there and tries to win that thing, get in everybody's good graces, and then she's going to lay low like Tyler did. Also, she's a huge fan of The Office. That's what she would bring into the show, and that's like me. So 100%, I'm going with Alyssa Lopez on my second pick. So I got Alyssa and Christy. Let's rock.
All right, we got Alyssa. It also notes that she has her drone. She's a drone aircraft licensee. She has her drone aircraft license. You think she might bring one of those into the game, fly it around, maybe try and spy on some people, spy on some alliances?
I mean, I have no idea, but she should definitely try her best to get into everything because I'm trying to win this comp.
Let's try
and use it. She was on the Hooters billboard. Maybe she'll bring her Hooters t-shirt too.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe try and distract some people.
Hey,
bring her.
I'm gonna be honest.
Hooters
on my team whenever she wants. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah. So we got representation out of Florida with Alyssa, and she is drone aircraft license. Yeah, I think that's going to play into it. Not at all, but it's fun to mention because it's extremely random. But we'll see how that goes. And Nick Brown, with his second pick, he took Xavier, who many believed was going to be the number one pick. If you watched any of the pre-draft coverage, everyone was talking about Xavier Prather before this draft, and he went number one. And with his second pick, he is going to go with Sarah Stegall, noting that she's a smart person and her favorite player is Ian. Anything from you guys on Sarah?
If I'm remembering that same girl, I think one of her favorite shows is Breaking Bad. So I don't know if that also is another reason that he went for her. She's a forensic scientist, so I mean, like maybe she has some I don't know, forensic skills that will help her figure out what's going on in the house. Like who voted? Well, there was a fingerprint on the door handle, and so I know that Kylan voted for her. I have no idea. Maybe it'll help.
You know what I'm scared about? Every year we always have that one or two people that ends up kind of being an outcast from the beginning. I'm afraid Sarah's going to get caught in that outcast type vibe. I hope she's able to break through it, but I'm trying to see where she might be able to actually connect with a lot of the other contestants. I don't know if there is going to be a way, but what I think is going to be interesting is that one challenge where they have to go in and find the veto, and it's that the house is destroyed and all that. She might be able to kind of analyze the house and see where things are supposed to be and aren't supposed to be if she's a forensic scientist. I'm just saying.
Someone's going to be like, hey, who moved my box? And she's going to be like, oh, it was Derek. I saw the way it was positioned.
I saw how it was supposed to be. She's going to tell. She's going to want to go in there second and just see who moved what. Well, let's get to Nick's third pick. Nick, do you have a pick available or a pick in, or you're currently on the clock, Nick?
Dun 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 dun.
Teachy.
Dun 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 dun.
Nick, Brent is not available. However, Ashley is.
Taken.
Yeah, I think that's what he wants to go with.
It looks like
Then
he's taking
Ashley.
Ashley. Nick is taking Ashley, so he finishes his team with Xavier, Sarah, and Ashley. Any fun facts from you guys on Ashley? Do we know anything about Ashley? She played at a D3 school, so we don't have much tape on her, but do we have any content, any insight on Ashley and how she might perform?
Wait, where's Ashley?
I don't even find an Ashley on the page I'm looking
Where's
at.
Ashley?
Ashley is not. All right, Nick has drafted like the Doug Flutie of the 2020 NFL draft. Not even.
No, there's
available.
not an Ashley, is there?
I don't see one.
Can we
Nick.
deduce who he might have been thinking about?
No, I mean we could tell him who's left. All right. Because I don't see an Ashley. All right, so I think the only people left. There should be 6 people left, right? Or there's
Roughly, yeah.
one.
Yeah, we have Hannah.
Mhm.
So Nick, can you hear me?
Bro,
Hannah,
Yeah.
Nick,
Whitney.
if you can hear us from wherever you are, give us their occupation.
Hannah is a grad student. Whitney is a makeup artist. Tiffany, a phlebotomist. Asia, I don't have her occupation written down. There's also
that might be who he was referring
Asia,
to.
maybe, yeah.
Asia Assume or whatever. Was that her last name? Awesome.
Do you know what that name means?
I do not.
It
Tell me what it
means-
means, Jacob.
Able to make friends. That's
Ooh.
literally what her name means. So,
So let's give it Nick
Social game.
her then.
Oh, Nick, what are you doing?
That was
Azar-
that
He
was
said-
it. He says,
He said that
there's
was
the
it.
one.
So
Azar.
Nick is going with Asia. Okay.
Asia.
So
Asia.
sorry for those listening out there. Ashley is not a contestant on Big Brother 23. Nick is going with Asia. I'm going to just say it's Asia until I'm told otherwise by anyone listening or when I watch the premiere. So Asia is now off the board, which leaves us with 5 people left. And those 5 people remaining are Hannah, Whitney, Tiffany, Derek, Alyssa, and Brittany, right? Is that correct? No, Alyssa's gone.
But you
Brittany,
said,
Brittany, Derek, Zhao, Tiffany, Whitney,
did.
and Hannah. Those are the 5 remaining. So let's get to the final pick for Zach Munoz. Zach, you're making your final pick right now. Who you got?
Yeah, I do like who was it? I was looking at Hannah, and I kind of like her, but she is young. She's 21. She's a grad student, so it means she's pretty smart. But I also don't want to have. I mean, I don't want to have all girls on my team. I'm not trying to be sexist or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Derek Zhao. He looks pretty smart. He started his own like startup company, and he looks like he's a friendly dude. I'm not gonna lie. He just looks like he's a nice guy, and I don't see somebody sending him home really early. I think he's gonna be to himself, and maybe he won't be a great competitor, but who knows? I think he can make it far into it, even if it's just carrying him, just walking his way. And his favorite duo was Dr. Will and Mike Boogie too. So
there you go.
Baby.
So you found a partner in crime.
I think that's a great pick. And the fun fact that I've read on the website that I'm on, it says he was stung by a jellyfish in Thailand and then was later forced to eat the jellyfish.
Oh, wow.
This guy will do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did that, whatever it took to do what in that situation, but he will do whatever it takes.
Bro, and he also competed in a triathlon. I don't know if he did well in it because he had to rent a city bike.
And he crashed it.
Crashed the bike.
Yeah, he crashed it. But
hey,
dude,
but he had the audacity to go out there. He was ambitious enough to do it.
Yeah,
whatever it takes. Oh, a
Hey.
triathlon? I'm gonna rent the city bike.
and
Hear me out. Hear me out. This might be the pick. This might be the pick of the draft. Looking back, I mean, we don't have much tape on this guy. We haven't seen a lot of footage on him.
That was gonna be my next pick.
This
if he made it.
could be the pick of the draft. We'll see. I think
Off
it's
the draft
interesting.
board?
He has a startup company that sends food to influencers on social media, and that's what he does. I think that's important for one reason. He knows how to communicate with people that think they're too good to talk to him. So he sends food to these influencers, and he'll be able to talk with people because he has the training in the background of having to communicate with these influencers who typically don't really know if they would talk to him to begin with. So I think that's a great pick. Tichy, let's get to your pick. Oh, wait, did you have something else, Zach?
I was gonna say he said he's also really into chess. That's gonna be solid. That means he's always gonna be thinking ahead, and they always play chess in there. So I'm liking this pick. Steal of the draft.
So we have we have Hannah, Whitney, Tiffany, and Brittany remaining for Tichy's third and final pick of the draft. Tichy, who you got?
My pick. I'm gonna pick Whitney Williams. I think she has that kind of look like she could maybe make it far. I mean, maybe I don't know if she's single or not, but she could probably be one of those relationships that makes it a power couple. And you always know power couples, and either Survivor or a Big Brother, they can make it dangerously far.
Whitney and Travis, bro. Whitney and Travis, your duo right there.
So when I was doing my pre-draft analysis of Whitney, I titled her as the household heartbreak. I think she's gonna be the girl that all the young guys are tripping over, but she's smart enough. She's a mom of 2, by the way. She's smart enough to know, okay, I'm here for a purpose. I'm here for a reason. I'm going to go out there and win it. She might use those looks to maybe lure in some of the guys, and then as soon as she needs to cut bait, they're gone. She advances. I think Whitney could be a great pick. She's also a business owner as well, so she knows kind of how to navigate those waters as far as making those types of decisions of being a business owner. So I think that's a great pick. That leaves us with Hannah, Tiffany, and Brittany remaining for Jacob's final pick.
Well, I'm glad because my pick is going to be Brittany. And the reason that I thought I would pick Brittany is because she's a kindergarten teacher. And kindergartner, they deal with kids all day, every day. Mindless, numbing, idiotic kids. And that's what this house is usually filled with. So guess who's going to be able to best deal with them? Brittany. And you guys left her for the end. This could obviously be one of the worst picks too, because maybe she doesn't know how to deal with adults because she only deals with kids. But I'm going for it.
I like the pick aside from the fact that she claims she's from Niagara Falls, New York, which everyone knows the New York side's the worst side, and the Canadian side is the best side. So I think she might have a little bit of internal confliction as far as where she lives goes. That might carry into the game. She might have some bitterness towards people that live in more fun cities.
Hey, if she goes home first, I will absolutely not be surprised. However, when you got the 3 people left, I'm going based on my Derek pick anyway.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Boom or bust pick right here. Boom or bust pick.
Boom
She's
or
either
bust.
gone in the first 2 weeks or she's making it to the final 5. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm predicting Jacob's 2 picks. This girl and the Kylan guy
Yeah.
to be on the block week 1.
Oh,
No.
They both have the longest answers, and I don't know about
Here's the
Kylan.
key.
Kylan looks cool. I feel like this girl Brittany might be an outsider when she gets in there. I don't know. That's
As
just
long as they connect with each other, they can talk to each other all day and not bother anybody else.
yeah. It'd be a lot easier when they're sitting chair next to each other.
I think what's going to be great is when the first show happens and we get the real impression of who these people are, and we're like, "Oh my god, did I really just pick that fool?"
well, that'll have to be our next video on here. Is gonna have to be first impression of your team, based on the first week of the show. Go for it, Zach.
Also, not a fan of the fact that it says fun facts about yourself. And she has one fun fact, but it's super long. It's a great fun fact. I'm like, congratulations to her. Well, she has one.
What's her fun fact, Zach? Tell us her fun fact.
She
Can we
won.
hop off my player?
She won both the Niagara Medal, which is voted on by the members of her senior class at her university, and the senior medal, which is the valedictorian. And she was the first person to ever do that in the history of the university.
You know.
But I
what's
mean,
the-
like, girl, what else? Let me get some more.
You know what I wanted to say? I wanted to read that off, but it was so long that I decided not to. But she's a 4th degree black belt in the Chuck Norris system.
So she's got a little bit of edge to her. She strikes me, NFL comparison, Rashad Penny. That's who this girl reminds me of. Winning the rushing title at San Diego State. No one would think it, but wins the rushing title at San Diego State. This is Rashad Penny at his finest. That's exactly who Brittany is. Rashad Penny of the Big Brother house. That's all I'm saying.
Shitting on this girl, and we don't even know anything about.
Oh, Justin, let's see who you pick next. Let's see what you got. There's
I
people
thought I'm gonna say I thought from the very beginning I thought Brittany was going to be the Poojie's people. I thought nobody was.
I couldn't do that to them. And when she makes it far,
I know, no. Then I will eat my words, and but
you will.
But
All right, so
who you got?
So my final pick, 15th pick of the draft, dun, 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 whatever the noise is, 15th pick of the draft. I am going to go with Hannah Rumchata. That's who I'm going with. Hannah Rumchata. And I'm going with it. Her last name's Chata, Rumchata. Who doesn't like some Rumchata? Maybe make a little like Russian Moscow, whatever it's called, a white Russian with some Rumchata. Hannah Rumchata out of Chicago, Illinois. Now, here's what I do like about her. I love Chicago, Illinois. Okay? The list doesn't end there. That's where she grew up. That's her hometown, and she still resides there. What does that tell me? She's a nice homebody person. She likes to stay in the same location. She's comfortable where she's at. It scares me a little bit because she's going to be in a new environment. The Big Brother house in Los Angeles, climate change, different atmosphere might affect her mood a little bit. She who knows what her horoscope is, but if she's from Chicago, I like Chicago a lot. Other reason I like her as well, big into traveling, so as big of a homebody as she is, similar to me, from Jacksonville, hometown Jacksonville, but I love to travel. Get out of your comfort zone, get where you want to be, and travel a little bit. And she binge watches Real Housewives. That means she has some very, very in-depth knowledge of watching people within a house. She knows how this goes.
Written
She's
all
into
over
the
her.
drama. I'm going with Hannah. That's my 15th pick. That's the steal of the draft right there. What do you guys got?
I noticed one thing in her little bio that she says it's her dream to backstab and blindside the other house guests all the way to the end. I'm excited for this girl. That Big Brother needs somebody like that. Somebody that's just ready to go balls to the wall and backstab their own teammates.
You know what, Zach? I didn't see that, and now that you say that, I do love that. My favorite player, Will Kirby, he set a standard that no one wants to follow, and if she wants to follow it, please do so.
I like it. Other thing, what she would bring into the house, an espresso machine. I would bring an espresso machine into the house. I drink like 3 cups of coffee a day. I think she's going to drink coffee in there. She's going to be wired, ready to go.
This sounds dangerous. This sounds like a very bad combination of espresso, housewives.
She's going to be really good for the 24-hour stream.
Wait, Teachy, say that again?
I was going to say, she'll be really good for the 24-hour stream, that if she's drinking up coffee all night and she's, plotting at midnight, you just see her just doing this and that. That'd be really fun to watch.
We got comments from Nick from the side saying that he's really liking his team. He wishes he could be on, but yeah, he's liking his team. I think it's a solid team, especially with that first pick. I mean, the only worry I would have about the first pick is that people would do see him as a threat. But that was going to be my first pick anyways.
Yeah, you got to take the home run pick. You're picking first. He wasn't going to pick again for 8 more picks. So you got to take who you think is best available and hope. This is a draft, where you're not necessarily looking at team need. You're looking at best available the whole time. And Nick had to go with best available, and that just happened to be Xavier. Interesting facts about the draft. Zach takes Christy, 2nd overall, first female off the board. Next female is not off the board until we get back to Zach with Alyssa. So Zach takes the first 2 females in the draft. Let's hope for his sake he takes the best 2 women in this household, followed by potentially steal of the draft, Derek Zhao. Teachy, tell me your thoughts on your team with Travis, Brent, and Whitney. Could there be a love triangle formulating with your team between Mr. Champagne, Travis Long, and Whitney, not Houston?
I think, man, how we talked about in a previous episode, how like that big group of 6 to 8 people can group up. I can easily see those 3 people being part of that type of an alliance, and then taking that as far as it can go. I don't know necessarily they're all winners, but I think each of them were kind of good picks to make it pretty deep into the game and give me enough points to win. Let's see. I
think that's a very good point. None of us are picking these players based on that's the person that's going to win per se. We're picking it based on, okay, who can go far and get to the end. I think your team has a good chance at doing that based on that alliance aspect of it. Hopefully they're on the right side of the alliance and they can make it far. Jacob, Derek, not Joe Frazier, Kylan, and Brittany, the kindergarten teacher. Tell us your thoughts on your team.
Well, I'm actually really excited about Derek just because I really feel like he seems like a very friendly, welcoming person. He just looks like that kind of a person. And in a social game, I feel like that will get him far. Kylan, he's my guy that if he's going to get far and if it's not social, which it could be, it's going to be physical. I think he's going to be a beast. And then Brittany, like I said, that's boom bust. But I want to say she seems like someone that may not come off as a threat. She can either be on that losing team every single week, or she could just float to the end and get me some points. Who knows?
I like it. Yeah, I mean, picking the floater in this whole draft is kind of a big deal because you'll get points the further up they finish, closer to number 1. So that'll, maybe it's one of those things where it's like, okay, this girl's not a threat. Let's just carry her to the end. And you end up with 13 or 14 points from her. Taking a look at my team, a very diverse team with Christian, Frenchie, and Hannah. Obviously, I just told you a little bit about Hannah. But with Christian, the reason I like Christian actually is I feel like you look at Xavier and you look at Travis, I think from the get-go, those 2 are going to be the most athletically intimidating guys in the house. But I think Christian is possibly 3rd just from the looks of it. Maybe Brent Champagne, who knows. But I think Christian is going to be athletic enough to carry himself through the game. But I don't think he's going to be anyone's first vote out simply because there's other bigger threats in the game. And then you get to Frenchie, obviously a farmer. He's country strong. He's not afraid to put in the work. But what I am afraid of is okay, he's used to maybe being in a pigsty with actual pigs, not in a pigsty with other human beings in the Big Brother house. So will he be able to create that social aspect of the Big Brother game that it entails to win this game? And then Hannah, like I said, I think she's just going to be a firecracker, fireball in this house. I think Hannah might be the most entertaining to watch based on what she said in some of her answers. So those are the 5 teams. Three players a team, and that leaves us with one remaining player, and that's Pooj Crew's person of the season. That's the Pooj Crew pick of the season, and that's going to be Tiffany. Tiffany spelt with a Y, so you can trust her a little bit. And she's a phlebotomist, and she's really into horoscopes, which I think maybe kind of pushed back some people in this a little bit, because I think she kind of might be one of those girls, one of those house guests that maybe tries to push that horoscope power onto some other house guests. Might turn some people off. Guys, what do you think of Tiffany? Why did she go undrafted? Will she be the James Robinson of this draft and become a superstar in this game?
Well, I just want to say, along with the horoscopes, one of her fun facts is she does voice impersonations of her friends and family. And I swear, if she brings that to the show where nobody knows these people that she's doing impressions, that's going to be the most hilarious thing I've seen. It'll be like, what are you doing? Like, do impressions of famous people. Everyone, like, knows those people. If she's like, oh, so my brother, and then just rips off some, like, minute-long impression with, like, chirp, chirp, chirp. Like, what is that?
No one's going to care.
I think one thing I see in one of her fun facts is she likes to utilize an alter ego. I don't know what that means. Yeah, it means that she could be a little loopy if she's going to be in trouble and then be like, that wasn't me. I mean, it sounds like great television, so I don't know. We'll see.
That I didn't even notice that. That could be amazing.
No,
her alter ego. She goes into the diary room as Tiffany and comes back out as somebody else.
I'm going to tell you straight up. Her fun facts, no bueno. No bueno at all.
No bueno.
She's obsessed with horoscopes. She loves her cats. I mean, nothing wrong with cats, but like when you're tying cats along with impersonations, I utilize my alter ego, and then her favorite color is based off her name. This girl, I'm expecting like Caitlin Herman, just an older Caitlin from the one season.
My prediction right now of her alter ego is that it's some name involving a cat thing. She's like Catty something, or like it's gonna be something cat
like
related.
Miss Perfect.
Yeah, like it's oh my god, that's probably too good for it to actually be that.
So here's my hot take real quick. Tiffany and Sarah Stegall are going to click the first second they get into the house. I think they're gonna, and this kind of goes back to the horoscopes, I think they're gonna maybe feel each other's energy and maybe kind of come together a little bit. And over under 6.5 times throughout the season does Tiffany ask a house guest what their sign is.
Bro.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm gonna go under 6.5 is quite a bit, but I definitely think it's gonna be brought up quite often on this show.
Here's the deal, Zach. Here's the deal. She's got her alter ego. She's gonna come out and say, "Oh, what's your sign? Oh, that makes complete sense."
Oh, I got a good one.
That makes complete sense.
You think at one point when she's on the block and it's the time for the veto, she's gonna be like, "Oh, I have to release my alter ego, like to win this competition." She definitely is gonna be doing that.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a fun season to watch.
Imagine if she gets to the competition where they're doing the superhero comics, and her alter ego is on the thing. But I guarantee you, if she makes it far in this game with the horoscopes, there's going to be a montage of her constantly bringing up horoscopes and saying, "What's your horoscope? What's your sign?" Oh, it's going to be a musical montage. I guarantee it.
And some of the younger guys are going to like be in like the diary room, just like, this lady won't stop talking about our signs, and
yeah, the Honolulu kid's gonna be like, what?
So, but nothing against horoscopes or people that love horoscopes or have alter egos or anything like that. I think Tiffany could be a good player. She just went undrafted in this draft. But just to recap, Nick went Xavier, Sarah, and Asia. Zach went Christy, Alyssa, and Derek Zhao. Teachy went Travis Long, Brent Champagne, and Whitney, Don't Call Me Houston. Jacob went Derek, Joe Frazier. Kylan, in Brittany. In Poojie went Christian, Frenchie, and Hannah. Gentlemen, I'm going to need you guys to come up with names for the next episode for your team name. Every good fantasy team has a good team name. Work on your team name. Get that going. And anything else from you guys before we head out for the evening?
Let's just get ready for Wednesday, baby.
Hey, think about what food you guys don't want in that slop for the loser.
Did we mention that?
No. So, all right, Jacob, go for it. Mention it.
So, since it's Big Brother, what better fantasy football-esque punishment for fantasy Big Brother but to eat slop? We will be making our own version of slop. Zach obviously said we should get at least one veto, if you will, on something not to include in it. But the winner will win. What will the winner win? Did we say that?
No, we got to come up with that. We'll discuss what the winner will win.
Right. The losers will be eating slop, and we are going to try to make it kind of nasty, and we'll have it on the podcast.
It's going to be fun. Anything else from you, Zach or Teachy? Anything else?
I'm good, buddy.
Let's get your popcorn ready. Get Kylan's popcorn ready, right? Let's get this moving. I'm excited for this.
Ready to win, baby. We're trying to win this thing.
Here we go. And Nick Brown, thanks for being here as a ghost in the chat. Thanks for getting us your picks. I'm glad you were able to do that. And Reality Pop Nation, thanks for being here for the Big Brother fantasy draft. It was a fun draft. I hope you guys liked the analysis of the picks. Let us know below your thoughts on some of the picks. Let us know who you think might win this fantasy season and who might win the Big Brother season. And again, we're doing fantasy Big Brother. If you're into fantasy sports or just sports in general, go check out the Poojie podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Google, wherever you may get your podcasts for all your sports content that you need. The Poojie podcast is the place for sports. If you're into reality TV, Reality Pop is the place to be. So until next time, go enjoy some reality TV. Go enjoy some fireworks this weekend on the 4th of July. And most importantly, go make this world a better place. Take care.